Al being that being his ex-wife, he have every right knowing about the stuff that came out about Diddy and what he was doing. You understand, what he has done in the past, and people have overlooked it.
The death of Kim Porter, Diddy's ex-girlfriend and mother of his 3 kids, captivated the media not just for her untimely death, but for the rumors that surrounded her death. From the traces of blood on her pillow to the mysterious disappearance of her gadgets, a lot of speculation swirled about her death. Diddy, now 54, has opened up long-held secrets about the death of Kim Porter. What did he say? Did he admit being guilty? Keep watching to find out the shocking details. Before then, let's look at Kim's dating history and how she crossed paths with Diddy.
The day before and the day of her death, and then now she found in the bed dead from pneumonia. That just don't sound right, bro. That don't sound right at all.
Beginning of their volatile love.
Miss Porter, how's everything with you?
Great.
I know you got to be a proud mother.
I am.
I see Quincy, Christian, they all doing their thing.
Doing their thing, yes they are.
God bless.
Thank you.
I could see you, because there's a lot of shows going on.
Kim Porter, born on December 15, 1970, in Columbus, Georgia, was destined for the spotlight. After graduating high school in 1988, she moved to Atlanta to pursue her dream of modeling. By the time she hit her 20s, her career began expanding into acting, and she soon made her mark in films like The Brothers in 2001 and The System within 2006. But it wasn't just the big screen where Porter would shine. Her love life with Sean Diddy Combs would soon capture just as much attention. Their love story began unexpectedly when Porter, accompanied by her then-boyfriend Al B. Shore, walked into Uptown Records, where Combs worked. Diddy admitted during a 2006 interview with Essence that he couldn't help but admire her from the moment he saw her. "I wasn't trying to holler at her," he said, "but I was admiring her. Her lips, her eyes, her mouth, her shape, her energy. I was thinking, I wish I had a girl like that." Diddy has a reputation for falling in love with women who are already in a relationship, so what he said in the interview only confirmed his reputation. In 1994, when Porter was working as a receptionist at Uptown, sparks of their relationship with Diddy began to fly, and they confirmed it by dating each other. Soon enough, their relationship became the epitome of inseparability. "We went out together, we ate together, we played together," Porter once recalled. "He would want me at the office, I would want him at my shoots. Our bond was so tight." Their first child together, Christian, was born in 1988, but their relationship faced turbulence when Combs' affair with Jennifer Lopez came to light. Despite the heartbreak, Porter stood strong, raising her newborn son and kicking Combs out of their home. Though he moved to a hotel, Diddy was relentless in staying close to Porter and Christian, frequently visiting and even pursuing legal actions in Manhattan's family court to see his son. "He would say he needed to see his son," Porter recalled, "but just the sight of him would turn my stomach. My feeling was that you made this decision, so now stay over there." By 2000, Porter found herself in a new relationship with music executive Shakir Stewart. This, however, ignited a fierce response from Diddy. According to a report by Rolling Stone on May 2024, Diddy allegedly assaulted Stewart in Italy during L.A. Reid's wedding, leaving him with stitches after smashing a chair over his head. Despite the ups and downs, Porter and Combs found their way back to each other in 2003. Their love story reached another chapter when the couple welcomed their twin daughters, Delilah and Jessie, on December 21, 2006. The pair remained dedicated to their children and their unconventional family, with Porter maintaining a close relationship with each of them. Quincy, her eldest son from her relationship with Al B. Shore shared with People in April 2023 that he planned to keep his mother's legacy alive. Breaking point.
So you feel the same way about her death being suspect?
I don't think nobody in America thinks nothing suspicious about Kim's death, bro. If you are rich like that, you could, Kim had, I think, a net worth of like, what, 12 million a year or something like that? Kim could have called any doctor.
However, by July 2007, Kim Porter had reached her breaking point. After years of enduring Sean Diddy Combs' infidelity, Porter finally made the difficult decision to leave him for good. The tipping point came during her pregnancy with their twin girls, Delilah and Jessie. She had discovered that Combs was also expecting another child with his longtime friend, Sarah Chapman. Their daughter, Chance, was born in July 2006, just months before Porter gave birth to the twins. In ending this relationship, I made a decision that was in the best interest of myself, Sean, and our family, Porter said in a statement at the time of the split. Despite their personal struggles, she emphasized the need for them to remain friends and committed parents to their children. However, her true emotions were revealed in an interview with Essence later that year, where Porter shared how she learned of Combs' infidelity not from him, but from a girlfriend. "I was more hurt that he didn't tell me himself," she admitted. The betrayal cut deep, but the dishonesty stung even more. Yet, it wasn't the first time Porter had faced disappointment in her relationship with Diddy. Years earlier, she filed paternity papers in March 2001 to have him legally declared the father of their son, Christian. Though Diddy was already paying child support, Porter sought additional financial help for the many expenses that came with raising their son, including a full-time nanny, after-school programs, summer camps, and private school tuition. During this period, Diddy's public affair with Jennifer Lopez had ended, and he immediately returned to Porter, claiming he had never been so monogamous. But this promise proved to be yet another lie. Rumors began circulating in 2006 when Diddy started working with producer Ryan Leslie and his girlfriend, singer Cassie. Diddy's public declarations of love and loyalty to Porter were almost lost in the rumors. Even though they had 3 children together, Diddy continued to shy away from marriage. "I know she deserves to get married, but I'm just not ready," he once said. "It's not a reflection of how much I love Kim. I'm just learning how to be a good boyfriend." But Porter saw through the excuses. "It's not an original script," she told Essence. "He's not the first man who's cheated. He's not the first man who's had a baby outside of his relationship. But at this point in my life, I have girls now. It's a different program." She made it clear that while she had endured Diddy's behavior for years, her priorities had shifted after the birth of her daughters. They deserved better, and so did she. For Porter, the final straw wasn't just Diddy's infidelity. It was the erosion of trust. Once the respect was gone, she stopped listening. After years of playing the game, she finally realized that it wasn't worth the emotional toll. She revealed that she had to devise a plan to leave Diddy's residence because Diddy is not the type of man who will just let her walk away. It was reported that Diddy said he would erase him off the face of the earth and implied he could have Jackie killed. Jackie was understandably alarmed by Diddy's actions, especially given Diddy's rumored connections to the deaths of rappers like Tupac and Notorious Big. Concerned for his safety, Jackie decided to take legal action and filed a police report against Diddy. Despite the lack of public details about the case, it was a necessary step for him, considering Diddy's history. Surprisingly, during this legal battle, Kim was spotted with Diddy. What happened next? Let's keep watching to find out. In December, Kim Porter and Sean Diddy Combs were spotted on a yacht, seemingly reigniting their on and off relationship. Yet, the picture-perfect scene was far from what it appeared. Shortly after their reunion, Kim allegedly sustained a broken nose during an argument on the very same yacht. While she claimed the injury was due to a fall, many close to the situation found the explanation questionable, suggesting deeper tensions between the couple. Adding to the speculation, Al B. Sure made a shocking revelation that Kim had once saved his life from Diddy. The claim cast a darker shadow over the already tumultuous relationship, hinting at Kim's possible role as protector, perhaps not only for herself but also for others, like actor Jackie Long, whom Diddy had allegedly threatened. Kim's reasons for reconciling with Diddy remain shrouded in mystery. Some speculate she was driven by love, while others suggest her actions were a calculated effort to protect those around her. Whatever the case, her decision left many baffled, especially as Diddy began flaunting his public relationship with singer Cassie as well. Despite the love Kim and Diddy once shared, the repeated emotional and physical strain in their relationship revealed cracks that could not be ignored. The volatile nature of their bond, coupled with Diddy's ongoing affairs, cast a long shadow over their attempts at reconciliation. Kim Porter's death and controversies.
His daughter was at her house the day she died.
Yo, I heard that the paperclip party broke that story because it was told to them by Kim's Porter father that is in the police report.
On November 15, 2018, the world was stunned when Kim Porter was found unresponsive in her bed at the age of 47. Just days before her passing, Porter had been complaining of flu-like symptoms, leaving many to believe it was nothing more than a common illness. But when the news broke of her sudden death, shockwaves rippled through the entertainment industry and among those who had loved her. The initial grief only deepened as questions about her passing began to surface. especially from her ex-husband, Albie Schur. In the months that followed, Schur, born Albert Joseph Brown, was vocal about his suspicions regarding Porter's death. On September 23, 2019, he took to Instagram, expressing that for over a decade and a half, he had been tagging law enforcement agencies in posts, hoping to protect his loved ones from what he believed were avoidable tragedies. He stated, "I've been ignored and ridiculed," adding that his claims were meant to reveal facts and insights Kim had shared with him in their frequent and intimate conversations. Radar Online would later reveal that in one of Porter's final conversations with Schur, she confided in him that she felt she was being followed. This cryptic admission alarmed Schur, who reportedly urged her to contact the Federal Bureau of Investigation. While the context of this conversation remains unclear, it added an unsettling layer to an already tragic story. Could Porter have been facing threats that she kept hidden from the public eye?
I don't really want to say what I really believe, brother. Because, what I really believe is that they might got into a little spat, a little fight, or something went down, and Puff did that play fighting stuff that he always do, and that pillow fighting stuff, and probably smothered her.
Adding to the mystery, just months after Porter's passing, Albie Schur himself fell into a coma. This sudden health crisis raised eyebrows among fans and observers, especially since it occurred after he had made public statements casting doubt on the official narrative of Porter's death. Meanwhile, the official cause of Porter's death was eventually confirmed as lobar pneumonia, an infection that affects one or more lobes of the lungs. While the coroner had initially listed her cause of death as deferred, it was later attributed to the illness. However, the uncanny connection between Kim Porter's alleged memoir and Cassie Ventura's recent lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs is impossible to ignore. Cassie's legal fight, filed in November 2003, accuses Combs of years of abuse, echoing whispers of exploitation within the entertainment industry. As Cassie bravely stepped forward, many couldn't help but revisit the circumstances surrounding Kim Porter's death. In Porter's case, the discovery of bloodstains on her pillow and an unusual trail from her bedroom to the bathroom clashed with the original narrative of a peaceful passing. Initially believed to have died in her bed, her body was later found on the bathroom floor, a detail that left her loved ones questioning the official explanation of pneumonia. Friends and family, unsettled by these discrepancies, wondered if Porter had planned to expose certain truths in her unfinished memoir. With no clear answers, the shadow of suspicion continues to linger, raising concerns about whether Porter's story is yet to be fully told. Keep watching as we are about to reveal the alleged dark side of a man who promised to protect his children, Diddy and Cassie. When singer Cassandra Ventura, better known as Cassie, filed her lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs in November 2023, the public was stunned by the gravity of her allegations. The two had been romantically linked for over a decade, dating from 2007 until their split in 2018. At the time they started dating, Cassie was 19 while Diddy was 37. Behind the glamour of their relationship and Hollywood events that captivated audiences together with their attractive appearance, Cassie's lawsuit painted a disturbing picture of manipulation, abuse, and betrayal. During an exclusive interview with The New Yorker, Cassie spoke candidly about Diddy's control over her life. "He had a grip on everything," she shared with journalist Mara Williams. "My career, my personal life, even my medical records, nothing was off limits." The relationship, once a public display of glitz and glamour, was in reality, as Cassie described, a disturbing mix of manipulation and control. According to her legal filings, Diddy subjected her to frequent violence, and there were years when she lived in fear. Beyond the physical abuse, in her court documents, Cassie alleged that Combs had subjected her to years of physical, emotional, and intimate turmoil, including a harrowing accusation of molestation in 2018. This, though horrifying, was only one aspect of the dark reality Cassie had endured. She also recounted how Combs coerced her into what he referred to as freak-offs, bizarre extended encounters in which male pleasure workers were brought in, with Cassie being forced to get intimate with them at Combs' command while he enjoyed the scene. "I didn't know how to escape," she admitted in the interview. "I was terrified of what might happen if I left, and that fear kept me silent for years." A key event in 2018 marked the end of their relationship. Cassie revealed that Diddy broke into her apartment and mishandled her. "It was the final straw," she said. "I couldn't stay any longer. Supported by a close group of friends, including singer-songwriter Tiffany Red, who recalled an incident at Cassie's 29th birthday party, she made the brave decision to leave him. They pulled her out of the party like she was his property, Tiffany told Essence magazine. It was unsettling. In another interview with cable news network, Tiffany confirmed that their relationship was volatile and that Cassie was often afraid of Diddy while expressing how she felt bad that her friend was assaulted in a video that circulated all over the world. Diddy's legal team, led by Benjamin Braffman, wasted no time in refuting Cassie's claims. They branded the allegations as outrageous and an attempt to extort money. Despite the public denials, the lawsuit was settled out of court. The confidential settlement left many unanswered questions, and speculation about the validity of Cassie's accusations lingered in the air. However, in December 2023, a bombshell emerged. Cable news network released security footage from the Intercontinental Hotel in Los Angeles. The grainy but unmistakable video showed Diddy physically assaulting Cassie in an elevator bay, hurling glass vases in a fit of rage. This footage aligned with Cassie's earlier claims and forced Diddy into a corner. Within days of its release, Diddy took to Instagram, issuing a public apology. "I deeply regret my actions," he wrote. "I take full responsibility for my mistakes, and I've been working on myself through therapy and rehabilitation." Despite his apology, the controversy surrounding Diddy's behavior only deepened. In a startling interview with Good Morning Britain, Roger Bonds, Diddy's former head of security, corroborated the allegations. Speaking with Piers Morgan, Bonds recounted witnessing Diddy's violent outbursts. "I saw things that I wish I hadn't," he admitted. "It wasn't just Cassie. There were other women too, including Kim Porter." Diddy's shift from the ruthless music mogul seen on shows to a more family-oriented figure felt like a deliberate attempt to distance himself from these scandals. Yet, as the lawsuits and accusations mounted, it became harder to separate the protective father he portrayed from the man accused of unspeakable violence. The power dynamics in his relationships, his wealth, his influence, and his much older age raised serious concerns about whether the women involved could ever make decisions free from coercion. Diddy's legacy remains under scrutiny as the public continues to grapple with these revelations. While he may have taken steps toward accountability, the scars of his past actions have left a lasting mark on his victims and the image he once sought to protect. Now that he is under custody, he may never be available for his kids as promised. Do you know that Cassie is not the only woman who prompted his arrest? Despite settling Cassie, many women from the past are speaking against him. How will his children, especially his 3 teenage daughters, feel? Keep watching as we are about to bring back Diddy's incident of betrayal from the past. Diddy's betrayal and deceit. It was a night meant to be a casual dinner between colleagues. In January of 1991, Joy Dickerson Neal, a young woman rising within the music industry, reluctantly accepted an invitation to dinner from Sean Diddy Combs, a man whose advances she had consistently rebuffed. Little did she know this decision would alter her life in ways she could never have imagined. The two sat down at Wells Restaurant in Harlem, a well-loved establishment known for its famed chicken and waffles. The atmosphere, steeped in the nostalgia of Harlem's rich history, should have been a backdrop for light conversation. But as Joy left the table briefly to use the restroom, the night turned sinister. Joy later recalled in her lawsuit, filed in November 2023, that she believed Combs had spiked her drink during her brief absence. After the dinner, Combs urged her to join him for a quick errand in the city. Though Joy hesitantly agreed, they got into his car, and that's when the situation escalated. Combs lit a blunt and offered it to her. In an attempt to keep the evening civil, Joy took a hit, though the substance's effects quickly began to muddle her perception. Her memories of the events from that moment forward became a disjointed fog, flashes of sensations fading into confusion and fear. By the time they arrived at his residence, Joy was no longer able to stand or walk on her own. What should have been a safe environment became a nightmare. According to Joy's detailed account, Diddy did the unspeakable to her while she was incapacitated, leaving her powerless. But the humiliation did not stop there. Joy later learned that Combs had secretly recorded the entire incident without her knowledge or consent. The footage, she claimed, was not only for his private amusement, but shared among their mutual friends. Among those friends was Devontae Swing, a member of the iconic group Jodeci. According to Joy, Diddy brazenly showed the footage to Devontae, who was reportedly horrified. Years later, in private, Devontae would confide in Joy about what he had witnessed, saying the tape had circulated among their shared circle, a group that included some of the most influential names in the industry. The betrayal was devastating. What should have remained an intimate, private horror for Joy was transformed into a tool of manipulation and shame. Fast forward to November 2003, and the lid on these secrets began to crack. Joy's lawsuit, filed in the wake of several other accusations against Combs, once again thrust the spotlight on his troubling past. Joy was not alone in coming forward. One of the women, interviewed by journalist Anderson Cooper, tearfully shared her own story, stating that Combs had destroyed lives for fun. Do you think Diddy will ever reconcile this with his children if found guilty of the allegations? Let's hear from you in the comment section. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.